Good evening, everybody. This is Mark the Mark from the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast. And may I present my guest for the evening?
Whoa. Sit down and shut up, Mark the Mark. If anybody's going to introduce myself, it's going to be me, baby. You're standing here with the big bad LG, and you know what, Mark? If I had a head like yours, I'd have it circumcised, baby. So what the hell do you want to talk about, Mark the Mark?
Well, I was just going to ask you how your night went, what you thought of your matches tonight. I know it didn't quite go most likely as planned.
Are you being cute or something, Mark? You see what happened out there when I got absolutely robbed by that idiot Julian Young kicking me in the face and costing me the Rumble? So let me tell you something right now, buddy. Kirk Obey, I'm not finished with you yet, brother. You think you can pin the big bad LG for the 1, 2, 3? Well, guess what, you stupid idiot? I'm not finished with you, and I might just break your leg. How do you like that, Kirk Obey?
Thank you so much for the kind words. I guess we'll wish you a good evening.
Hey, and guess what, boys? You're watching the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast. Mark, shut up. Send me that $50 we agreed to for the interview, and I'll see you later, buddy.
Thank you.
This is the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast. Feel the pain in the blast. Through the ropes, through the fight, Maritime Wrestling walls the night. The past, the present, the future. Maritime Wrestling never dies.
Hello and welcome to the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast. I'm joined today by the crew of Corey.
Oh, you wanted me to say something there?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was my actual intro. How's it going, guys? Good week here. Busy week, but it was nice to hang out with some of you this week. Jason, we definitely missed you there, but I do understand you had some birthday festivities to partake in, which is nice.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, Jason, what's going on?
Same thing, different day. Working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes, some exciting stuff.
Very exciting stuff. And coming up the rear, as he usually does, Logan Green's least favorite member of the podcast, Mark the Mark.
Sheesh.
Big thanks to Logan Green for that intro. I absolutely loved it. What do you guys think?
Oh, fantastic.
Wasn't very fond of it.
I was panicking because I was like, "Fuck!" In this moment, I see Logan coming over. I can't find the piece for the tripod that I need. It's actually in the bag, and I've got to plug a couple wires in to get the mic working. And I didn't test anything. I was just like, "All right, well, fuck it. Here you go." And thank God it worked, because man, that was one of my favorite things we've done.
Yep, same here. Logan is. Go for it.
Yeah, I've watched it like 3 or 4 times already, and probably the best one we've got yet. So
I'm glad I'm such an important part in you guys' days moving forward.
It's great. You were the first thing I watched Sunday morning, Mark.
It's such a pleasant morning.
Pleasant morning. Logan is a class act. We all know that. What can I say, Mark? You might have deserved it.
Why?
I've never seen Mark happier than when we got in the car. He was like, "Man, I was so fucking nervous. That was cool."
Well, I had never done that before, to be truthfully honest. So it was a brand new thing, right?
Well, before we get into the festivities on Saturday, we have a few shows that we weren't at, but we have some of the results. Atlantic Pro Wrestling, they had their reboot show. Bobby Boyette beat Daniel Wall. Sebi and Ryan Denham beat Justine Ward and Ryan Schimmel. Jason Boa, he beat Benoit Gravel in what I heard was a great triple threat match. Joey White beat Kobe Christ and Dawson James. And the main event saw the APW heavyweight champion Wesley Pipes beat Bhupinder Gujar. Got that one right?
Good job.
And on Sunday, Dave Boyce Championship Wrestling. I didn't get the results for all the matches. I got the results for one matches. Chip Chambers successfully defended the Maritime Heavyweight title versus Lincoln Steen. If we get the results for next week, we'll drop them in on next week's episode, but that's all we got for now. And IHW Over the Top Rumble, myself, Mark the Mark, and Big Boss Corey went to this show. The show started off with a rumble, a Royal Rumble. It's called Over the Top Rumble. We're going to get through
Funny
all
how the
these.
show was called the Rumble, and it was actually a Rumble, right?
It was actually a Rumble. It's crazy.
It wasn't a battle royal. It was a legit rumble.
It was a Rumble. So I'm just going to go through the card real quick. The Rumble participants from 1 to 15, Hollywood Cole, Hunter Sampson, Shane Butterlove was at number 4. Number 5 was James Manning, yeah. Number 6, Rugged Rick Owens. 7 was Demonic. 8, Kirk Obey. 9, Matt Chevron. 10, Julian Young. 11, Big Bad LG Logan Green. Number 12, Starchild. 13 was Ricky Mortis. Number 14 was Chaz. And number 15 was the Maritime Luchador Fantana. I'm going to have to go up and down here. So number 1 eliminated was Shane Butterlove. Then it was Shano. Number 3 eliminated was... Where's number 3 now? I can't find him.
Kirk.
Was it Kirk Obey?
Yeah.
Kirk Obey. Number 4 was Chaz. Number 5 was... James Manning. Number 6 was Hunter Sampson. Number 7 was Demonic. Number 8, Ricky Mortis. Number 9 was Rugged Rick Owens. Number 10 was Starchild. 11 was the Big Bad LG Logan Green. Number 12 was Matt Chevron. Number 13 was Fantana. Number 14 was Hollywood Cole. So by all that, the winner of the match was Julian Young, and he would face the IHW heavyweight champion Kirk Obey. Chris Charters at the end of the night. I am foreshadowing.
Congrats to Kirk Obey on his title win. That happened on the drive to Miramichi.
Happened there. There you go. So matches on this card, other than the Rumble, Fantana beat Shano. Shane Butterlove and Hunter Sampson, they beat Hollywood Cole and Matt Chevron. Kirk Obey, not winning the title here, but he did beat Big Bad LG Logan Green. And for the IHW heavyweight title, Julian Young beat Hardway Chris Charters by DQ. A rematch has been announced for their next show in Miramichi. So we get into Miramichi, we go to Mike's Bar and Grill. Before we get into the event, we go to Mike's Bar and Grill. I cannot say enough good things about Mike's Bar and Grill.
Food was great, man.
Food is good, man. It's really, really
Here's the
good.
thing I love about that spot. So I had Darcy's Club Sandwich, it's called.
Yep.
So it's on like a baguette. I got extra mayo. The chicken is cooked in a garlic sauce. Fucking really good sandwich.
And it was really
fries.
a Darcy. It was really Darcy's. It's not like a cake of Alphonsine type of thing. You know?
No, it wasn't a cake Alphonsine. Listen, you son of a bitch. That was not l'Arc-en-Ciel. That chick said cake Alphonsine. So yeah, that was what it was. And I asked for gravy on the side. My food comes. Mark looks at me. He goes, "How'd you get that gravy?" I said, "I fucking asked for it, you dipshit. What the fuck do you think? How do you think I got this fucking gravy?" This is and he looked at me like mystified, like, "Who are you? Must be some."
I thought I was supposed to get some too. I was kind of sad about it. Be honest.
Order that shit, you bitch. We have this one table at Mike's that we like to sit at. It's kind of like a higher table. There's a TV right in front of us. Back corner, not a lot of people go by. It's nice. So we, it was good. Corey, what did you order?
I ordered the whiskey burger, which is just amazing burger. And I ate all the burger and maybe
a quarter of the fries.
One
Sure,
quarter
He
of
was
the
a
fries.
big boy, though. He was a big boy, and he finished his whole burger.
I finished the whole burger.
Cool boy.
Sat on
Proud of
all
him.
chairs.
Mark, what'd you get?
I was gonna give him a little pat on the back, but the bathroom was too busy kicking his ass. Go ahead, Mark.
We'll get to that in a second.
I got the Northman sandwich.
Steak sandwich.
Northman
Yeah.
steak sandwich.
Oh, Connor's
which was very,
steak sandwich.
very,
How was it?
very
Yeah, it was
good.
good. Yeah,
Like,
it was
just
good there, man.
I imagine that the beef was cooked with the veggies.
Yeah.
So like the
Ooh.
peppers or whatever it was that was in there, but like yeah, it was so good. It was so tasty, and like the sauce was just
That was great.
Ah,
amazing.
Server was great. Mark had a Caesar.
As always.
Caesar
It
looked
took
You
him-
always
good.
question
Took
me
him
on
2
that.
hours. It took him 2 hours to drink it, but
We were in no rush. I mean, Mark. So
I
Mark
thought you said
messages-
Mark had a seizure. I was going to say, what the hell?
Yeah.
Nobody told me Mark.
I almost had a seizure when he told me what time he wanted to leave. Mark messages. He goes, "I'm leaving at 1:30." I go, "Okay." Doors. What time do doors open? 5:30. But no,
I thought it was
what
5:30.
time do doors open? 5:30. And if you tell Corey Votu or anything, he'll just go with it. He agrees. What time do doors
Okay.
open? 5:30. Yeah. What time do doors open? 7:00. Yeah. Is your mother a pain in the ass? Absolutely. What's Cheryl's favorite condiment? Is it mushrooms? Yeah. No matter what, he's just yeah. He's the ultimate yes man.
Mushrooms are a condiment.
there's a story to
It's a
that,
long
Mark.
story.
There's
It's
a
long
story
story.
to
We'll
that.
get to it someday.
Okay.
But like
Okay.
Corey, just like it's unreal. And so he goes, "Time doors open 5:00, 5:30." Yeah, and I'm currently in the in a dude's basement recording. One of my dad's buddies. I'm recording music for him. He's a piano player and a singer. So I was doing a little recording for him. One of my side gigs. Hit me up if you need something recorded. I got you. Anyway, so I was doing that in the basement in Alduane. My connection was -7. So I come out of the basement. I get 18 messages in 2 seconds. And suddenly Mark's getting ready to leave. I was like, what the fuck? So I look at Tracy. I'm like, we're leaving at around 2:30. I don't know what time we're leaving. So then I tell Corey, hey, text me when Mark gets to you so I'll know to get ready. No text comes through. He sent it, he said. Oddly enough,
did.
as soon as I called Corey and I said, hey, where are you? Oh, we're almost at your place. Well, I told you to text me. I did. I sent it. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, we're almost at your place. Just come out when you're ready. I'm like, okay. So I grab my shit, throw it on the bag. As soon as I hang up with Corey, the text message comes through. You can't tell me you didn't hit send as soon as we hung up, you little bastard. You're
did not.
a little sneaky elf. So that's the story there. And then we go to Mike's. Great time. Corey, what happened in the bathroom?
So we go to leave,
Oh,
and I'm like, man, I really, really have to go pee. Really. And if you've been to Mike's Bar and Grill, anybody that's been in the stall, their door is probably like 6 inches thick. Like the door is like this thick. And they have one of those old school like sliding locks.
Oh, yeah, like a latch.
So a latch, yeah. So
Yeah.
I lock the door. I pee for maybe like a minute. Like I was like a
He
coffee
peed
and
so long that Mark and I decided we were going to get Dairy Queen when he came out.
Yep.
That's how long it took.
that's how long.
Carry
oh,
on.
you guys are still hungry, he goes?
So anyway, I'm trying to undo the latch, and it's like stuck. So I give it a little bit of elbow grease, and I pull, and the thing that holds the latch was sharp as fuck, and I catch the top of my finger on it, and I just rip a piece of skin completely off.
You got
And I'm
some
like,
color.
oh shit, that's not good. And so I go to the sink and I put my finger under the water, and like blood is just pouring out. I'm like, well, this is not the time for this. So I grab like paper towel or whatever that they had, and I wrap my finger and I just keep pressure on it. So I told them, like, with all that, I told them go wait for me in the car. Completely forgot about that. So I'm going back to the table, and they're going like, oh, okay, we're leaving then. So anyway, we leave. They go get Dairy Queen. I am so full at that point in time, but Mark and Corey are just still stuffing their face with ice cream. So
It was good,
we
too.
I imagine it was.
amazing, Corey.
So we get to the arena, and the wrestlers are outside. We can see guys like Chaz.
It's like
and
fucking 4:30.
It's like 4:30. So Corey's like, let's go for a walk. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we go, like, they had these like little memorial things and whatever for World War II and other wars and all that. So I look at my finger, and I'm like, oh, it stopped bleeding. That's good. So I throw the paper towel out, and when I had a hoodie on, I had the BSHL hoodie on. So anyway, we're
Luckily
walking,
it's
and we're black, thank God. We're going back towards the car, and I feel like something wet. Look, my finger is pissing blood. Just pissing blood.
It's not an exaggeration. It was literally dripping.
It was dripping.
Yeah, it was odd. It was very odd.
So as I was about to get in the car, I pointed at something and I feel a drop of blood. And my hand is in Mark's car. And he has those nice white seats and all that. So I whip my finger the other way and I just see the spray of blood. Just missed his car.
You're sure
So
you
I'm
didn't
like,
cut the tip of
Mark-
your finger off?
It wasn't even the tip. It was like right where the nail starts. Like between my knuckle and my nail, as well, like right there. So anyway, Corey's like, I have to go to the bathroom really bad. So he's like, drive me to a gas station or whatever. And I asked Mark, do you have like Kleenex or whatever? Because I'm leaking. I'm literally leaking.
I'm leaking.
Bleeding so much that he grossed out the wrestlers. They were like, "Ooh, look at this fucking bloody guy."
Color on
So
that guy.
anyway, we find the Jean Coutu, I think it was.
Yeah.
It was.
So we go in there and I got like my finger wrapped up in like Kleenex now. And this like poor old lady that works there looks at my hand, looks at me, and I goes, Band-Aids? And she goes, aisle 2. So I get to the aisle, I grab the Band-Aids, I like go pay for it. And there's like this teenage kid there, and he's like looking at my hand, and I pay for it. And before I leave, I just look at him, I'm like, you believe a bathroom stall did this to me? And he just goes, okay. And I just left.
So
Band-Aid on.
while he's in the hallway getting that fucking thing, I've got to piss. So I go to the guy at the cash and I go, hey, buddy, you guys, there's a big sign on the wall. Public bathroom closed. And I'm like, fuck. Mark points at it and he's like, oh, you're screwed. Mark at this point goes, I got to pee too. So I look at it and I look at this guy and I go, you guys have a washroom? And he goes, they're closed, but I'll call my supervisor. I'm like, yeah, that'll be great. And I go, or where's the nearest bathroom? He goes, oh, the nearest bathroom's the Irving, but it's closed too. And I go, what? Why are all the bathrooms closed in Mirror Machine? He goes, this is his dead quote, and I'm not making this fucking line up. Mark heard it. He said, people around here mistreat the bathrooms. And I was like, Mark goes, oh. And I go, huh. And the supervisor comes and lets us go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom. I come out. Mark's sitting there dicking around on his phone on Pokemon Go. She had to unlock the door for me. It's shut. Mark doesn't get to go to the bathroom. So we go back to the fucking venue. Again, by this point, it's only like fucking 4:45 or something. Like, it's unreal how early we were there. We were contemplating going bowling, but bloody Tommy D over there couldn't go hold a bowling ball. So we opted for that one. So finally we get into the show, and man, what a crowd.
It was like probably 70% kids. There was a lot of kids there.
A lot of kids.
A lot of kids.
Oh,
and
Mark must have felt right at home.
Yeah. I'm
Mark?
right at home because he was the same height as them all.
Yeah, no, just they were just a few inch taller than me.
Oh,
Just a little bit.
It doesn't surprise me.
One of the funny things, Remy saw us. Remy saw me and Corey, and he came up, hey, how's it going? Shook our hands and all that. And he's like, where are the other guys? I'm like, well, Jason couldn't come because he had a birthday party for his niece. Happy belated birthday to Jenna. We all love Jenna here.
Happy birthday.
And I'm like, Mark's at the bar. And Corey says something like, yeah, that alcoholic. Like, just throws Mark under the bus. And the second he says that, Mark's coming with a can and a glass. And Mark is like sort of tiptoeing, like has this weird look on his face, like probably saw that it's
just his
Remy's,
normal
like,
face.
the normal face. So he goes, Corey, Remy. And then he turns back to me. He's like, they had schooner. I bought you one. So he gives me a schooner. Appreciate that, Mark. Really appreciate that. I owe you one. And Remy like takes his leave, and then the show starts. And the Rumble was really, really good.
Oh yeah.
We got to see Kit there too.
Yeah, Kit
Hadn't
was there.
seen Kit. Kit gave us these stickers, these like anime style stickers. He gave me one of Logan Green and one of Kobe Christ. Mark, you got Julian Young, and Corey, you got
Fantana.
Fantana.
That's right. We were wondering that. We forgot.
I think I'm going to ask Kit, if Kit is listening to this, I would love one of the Ultimate Warrior with like the white strap winged eagle belt. Like if that's possible, just to like give me a price. But they are like I got them on my computer right now. The Kobe Christ one is amazing. He's like sitting, got the peace sign. He's got a belt. A belt.
A belt.
Now settle
And-
down now.
I've got a
And he
hold
gave
of
me a
pants up.
Logan Green one. When you say Logan Green is over,
Just a moment. Were there flags
moment.
on the belt?
No
that's
flags.
what you cut me off for?
Yeah,
Yes.
what a dickhead.
God,
was
you really
important,
are a
Corey.
Mark.
It was important.
Jason?
I'm gonna treat you
No,
like people
no, I'm
treat
just-
the Miramichi bathrooms, Mark. You keep it up.
Logan Green comes out for the Battle Royal, for the Royal Rumble. And immediately these screeches of these young kids. The only time I heard a sound like that is when we went to a Wildcats game and they had an entire section of children.
It was the Tim Hortons weekend.
It was the Tim
Oh,
Hortons
yeah.
weekend,
Right.
and you
All
get
minor
this
hockey.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it changes octave every time it goes up and up and up and up, and you can't help but looking like this is the end of the world. Like it's that loud, and I had flashbacks to that. But the kids chasing Logan around the ring, Logan was so over. It was unreal, and he plays into that character so well.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And that's the beauty of wrestling for me. The absolute beauty of professional. People ask me, why do you like Ultimate Warrior? He didn't have to do anything. He ran to the ring. He had a
Took the
3-minute
rope.
match. People were exhausted after that. You know, Logan Green plays his character, limited bumps. He can work. Logan Green can work. We've seen him work.
Oh,
Right?
absolutely.
This is not a knock on him. This is like a praise on him, because if you already have the crowd in the palm of your hands, you don't need to work. You don't need to. And that's the thing with wrestling now, that if you can find someone that can do that and make it work, you're special. All right.
Yeah.
Not every match needs to be 20, 30-minute chain wrestling where you see the same moonsault that you saw 3-4 matches before, and also in this match and in that match, and the same chin lock and the same this and the same that. Characters. Wrestling is a variety show. And Logan Green is the best part of that variety show right now. It was my first time seeing him live, not as a referee, but as a performer. And what a show. Like, the kids really helped because they absolutely hated him.
I
Well, he
mean,
took out.
he's
somebody,
easy to
right?
hate,
So-
right?
Yeah.
His character is
He,
easy to hate.
So after the Rumble, they went to intermission, and Corey and Mark went and did some interviews with some guys. And the person in front of me, back to food, shocker. The person in front of me went and got a hot dog, and I went, that looks pretty good. And I was thirsty, so I went to get a hot dog, and I got a Sprite. It was great. No, it was a Diet Coke, and a hot dog. Balance. It's called balance, folks.
Max, right?
So I come back with a hot dog, and as I'm coming back, it's just a sea of children, and then in front of them, like the Messiah, Logan Green trying to walk away.
The Pied
Whose
Piper.
kids are these? And I get back, I'm eating my hot dog. Corey looks at me, and goes, "You're still eating?"
Just some of the lines Logan Green would use,
Oh,
like other than like ask your wife about me. There's one point where these kids are like just harassing him. You suck and you suck. And he goes, I spent some time in Miramichi. I might be your daddy. You know,
Yeah.
getting
that's crazy.
getting to chat with him and getting to chat with Rugged Rick Owens and all that. Like Rugged Rick Owens, I found this so fucking hilarious. Where I don't know if he didn't expect us to go there, but I like stood right in front of him as he was giving an autograph, and he put his head up and then did like a double take. He's like, "Oh, geez, hey, how's it going?" Like, super nice guy. Horsepower Hunter Sampson, first time meeting him, great guy. We got to chat with Remy while Logan was like,
doing his Pied
being
Piper
Logan.
thing.
Yeah. So,
While his children were talking to him.
So these 3 interviews will be at the end of this episode. Gonna take a page from the Unofficial Bosses Your Senior Hockey League podcast, because hey, if it works, why mess with success, right?
Absolutely.
Great. It's not broke, don't fix it.
What were
There
the
you
other
go.
matches that night, Corey?
So the other match is Fantana beat Shano. Fantana's another one,
Man,
like
kids love him.
massively over.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
Would it be fair to say that this guy is underrated?
Oh yeah, I think
Oh,
he's one of the
100%.
most underrated guys in the Maritimes.
I agree.
I've rarely seen him. I don't know if I've seen him have a bad match. He has a style of match, and nobody else really does it to that level. The guy's just really talented. I mean, it was a good match. This was another really good match.
Mhm.
It was good to see Shano back in there. Thanks to Shano for
As a heel.
As a heel, he shot us a message on Sunday asking if we could use our pictures, and then
Cool.
he did. So I certainly do appreciate Shane. I appreciate the support.
Yeah.
Next match, Corey.
Shane Butterlove and Hunter Sampson beat the IGW television champion Hollywood Cole and Matt Chevron. This was the first time of me seeing Matt Chevron. I have seen him like online, but in person was the first time. I instantly became a fan of his. His style reminds me a lot of Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, a lot of heavy striking. First time seeing Shane Butterlove.
Same.
Yeah, I think it's like fifth match or something. We were in the Butterlove section. I think we were
Yep.
sitting behind his great
We
on.
were.
His great on is like, I don't know, cousin, his aunt. It's just wild.
The whole family was there.
They all
We
had
could
the
be related to
Butterlove
them.
t-shirts.
So you guys are sitting in a butter dish.
We were
yeah,
in the butter.
exactly.
We were in the butter bowl. So they all had the Butterlove t-shirt, and on the back they had a piece of tape with it written "butter on, butter grade on, butter mount." Like, it was great. So
That's awesome.
credit to him. I think he probably brought 30 people with him to that show. So you gotta love that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Horsepower Hunter Sampson. He's only getting better.
Agreed.
Super nice guy. Was really happy to talk with him.
His looks getting better too.
Yeah. And what can you say about Hollywood Cole? Is he the GOAT in the Maritimes right now?
Probably.
Oh,
He's
for
up
sure.
Before the main event, Kirk Obey, he beat Big Bad LG Logan Green. And nobody was talking about Logan Green losing. At the end of that match, everybody was just saying how much they dislike Logan Green. And not in a go-away heat. I want to pay money to see this guy get killed. That's doing your job right there.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, I can't praise this guy enough. Like, seeing a master at his craft in person was like, even Mark was like, holy fuck, listen to the crowd. They haven't touched yet.
Yeah.
They haven't touched yet. And look at the crowd. Like, it's one of those things, you grab a headlock and he whispers to the guy, got him, you know? He got the crowd like they did their match. Kirk Obey went over. Didn't matter at all. Didn't matter at all because at the end of the day, who was the guy everybody was talking about? Big Bad LG, Logan Green.
And actually, I wanted to kind of add to that there was a lead up to this.
Yes,
So
yes.
during the over the top rumble, LG comes out. Kirk Obey was already in the ring.
Yep.
And he goes around, walking around, telling everybody, "Oh, you're
Singing his
I
song.
probably did my thing with your mom back in the day when I was in Miramichi. Tell your wife about this. Tell your wife about that." Walking around with his sunglasses, and then whoop, Kirk Obey's gone, sweeps him right under his feet, and I'm like,
So
man.
Kirk had went over the top rope, but was on the
Yeah.
apron.
Yeah.
And as like the funniest thing ever is he's singing his song. He's singing Royals by the clown. What's his name?
Pity
Puddles, the
Puddles Pity Party.
the pity party.
Puddles,
Yeah.
Okay.
Puddles Pity Party.
So he's singing the song, and he's just like swaying back and forth, and just grabs Kirk Obey's foot and pulls him down. And then Kirk gives chase, and he chases Logan all around the ring and to the back, like not to the back of where they come from, but just to somewhere else. The part's unknown. Then Logan comes back in, gets hit with something, quickly eliminated. But like that's one of the things everybody was talking about. Again, like just incredible. Main event, Julian Young, he beat Hardaway Chris Charters by DQ. They did a dusty finish here. So Chris, I keep wanting to say Kurt. Did I say Kirk Obey earlier? Or did I say Chris Charters?
You keep saying Chris Charters, but it was Kirk Obey.
No, we're on the main event here.
Time,
Oh, we're on Charters now. It's Kirk Obey. I mean Chris Charters. I mean Kirk Obey. Corey's so confused now.
I am. It's too many Ks. So they did a dusty finish where Chris Charters hit Sharky, who's becoming one of the better referees in the Maritimes right
Yeah,
now.
he's
Like
doing
Corey looked at
great,
me.
yeah.
Corey looks at me mid-match. He goes, "You know what's good about Sharky? He looks like a referee, does his job well, doesn't take away from the match, adds to the match, and just the bumps that he was taking, like Charters hit him,
Mhm.
and the second Charters hit him, and Julian Young put Charters in the sharpshooter. I was like, he's gonna call a disqualification." And that's exactly what happens. Charters is tapping out. Julian's like, "I won the belt." He's got the belt on his shoulder. No, disqualification. Rematch
Oh, the
will be
pop.
in the pop. Yeah,
It was insane.
it was insane. Rematch for, I believe, late April when they're coming back.
late May. I think it's
Late
the
May?
31st of May, something like that.
Okay. So they're going back to Miramichi, I believe, at that same venue, and it will be a rematch, and it will be a no disqualification match.
It's the
With
31st.
31st. So with IGW, what happens here is their regular storyline, their big storyline right now in Riverview is with JP Sims and Hardway Chris Charters. Nova Scotia crew ain't making the trip to Miramichi, so sort of different storylines here. It's interesting. It's really interesting. Anybody want to add anything else before we move on?
No, I'm good. I think we covered most of it for me. It was a good time. First time that I've been to a wrestling show with you two in I don't know, since before Christmas, I would say, or before
I
Christmas.
believe
North Pro.
November.
November,
Last
yeah.
North Pro show
I know
that we
we've
were
got
at.
a few more coming up in the not too distant future. So
Yeah.
it'll be a fun summer of wrestling shows.
Absolutely.
How's your finger, Corey?
No more Band-Aids. Stop bleeding.
Oh,
So my
there you
finger
go.
kept bleeding. So Sunday morning,
I offered to amputate it for him.
he did.
You should have.
Using his teeth. I was like, no, thank you. So Saturday I get home. My mom's like, she has this like sort of cream that she like puts on like wounds. So I put that on, wrapped it up with another Band-Aid. Woke up the next morning, it had bled all night. So I kept like putting more cream and bandaging in it, all that. And as of Monday, it was still bleeding.
Oh my god.
So my mom was like, "Let it
Thought you were-
breathe."
Thought you were looking a little pale. You lost like three.
Yeah, there you
3
go.
liters of
Should have had a
blood.
big babola.
So she's like, "Let it breathe." And I'm like, I don't want to sleep and bleed all over the place. So tomorrow morning, which is this morning as we're recording, I'll take it off and I'll go for my walk and let it breathe. And it looks good. Like, no, the cut doesn't even look that bad.
Put a glove
But
on when you go
it
to bed.
stopped the bleeding. It stopped bleeding. So
Glove on when you go to
Look
bed.
like Michael
he says.
Jackson.
Corey. That's a good one. Just the one glove. It's a good look, Corey.
Yeah.
yeah.
So we'll never forget where the tip of Corey's finger landed in at Mike's Bar and Grill.
So yeah, it's probably
It
still
was like,
hanging
I
there.
can't exaggerate. It was a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
Yeah.
how bad is this cut? Or how thin is your blood? What is going on?
Yeah, it was bad. So Jason, upcoming shows, you got those?
I do. 1 second. Upcoming shows. We have Thursday in Charlottetown for Red Rock Wrestling. It's at the Charlottetown Eastlink Center. They've released 5 matches so far. Got a tag team match: Chance White and Bradford Gillis versus the Forsaken, Kirk Obey and Chris Charters.
So Bradford Gillis is now going by the name of Bradford Montague.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yes.
What?
They also have a triple threat match: Olafur Hansen versus Lincoln Steen versus Andre Myatt. Women's match: Ronnie Payne versus Sierra Stone. They have a light heavyweight championship match: Rudy Lockhart versus the champion Ethan Knight.
That should be a good one.
Oh, that's going to be a fantastic match, I think. And the heavyweight championship match: Justin Newhook taking on the champion Chris Cook.
So by the time this comes out, everybody will know that at 9 tonight, we had, and we can't thank him enough for his time. We have an interview with the Big Picture Chris Cook. an hour and a half interview. He was so generous with his time. It was just one of the best.
I'll step in here and give you credit. I couldn't make it last night. Had a busy day at work. Couldn't make it in time. And if I can't be on time, I'm not going to pop in 20 minutes late and interrupt the interview. So couldn't make it on time. I listened to it this morning as we're recording this for Tuesday, and I loved it. I was listening to it while I was working, got a lot of work done. Good podcast leads to good productivity for me. It just helps me focus. And yeah, no, man, you guys pulled stories out of him that I had never heard. He was so generous with his stories and like just the way that he interacted with you guys. So hats off, man. I think that was one of our best interviews that we've ever done anywhere. Hockey, wrestling, doesn't matter. It's up there. I'm very, very proud of that for us. So good job, folks, and thanks to Chris.
Absolutely. Yeah. So those are the matches for Red Rock. And then on the 19th, Kaizen has a show called Striking Distance at Alderney Landing. They only have a few matches announced thus far. Ryan Schimmel is taking on Bobby Boyette. There's a tag match between Sebi and Ryan Denham taking on Ken Frazier and Matt Kerr. And the heavyweight championship is on the line. Jason Boa is challenging the champion Joey White.
So that's WrestleMania weekend.
It's an early start, right? I have like
early
a 6 p.m. start.
Yeah,
I
so
think so. I don't have the time here, but I'm assuming
All
so.
about it, I think.
Yeah, it's a 6 p.m. start, so it's not a bad time. And still lots of time to get back and watch WrestleMania, so it's kind of cool to do that.
I mean, it's on Netflix. You can start from the start. You don't have to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's generous of them.
Matches. What are you gonna do?
So, fan question of the week is back. Jason, who is this question from?
This is from a gentleman by the name of Chris. He didn't provide his last name. His question is, if you were working for the WWE and could sign one heel and one baby face from the Maritimes right now, who would you sign? Who would it be?
So who wants to start with this one? Jason, you never start. Go for it.
All right. Give me 1 second here. So
Voluntold.
I'll start with my baby face. It would be Cody Uno Ocho, known as Little Blay. To me, he's a maskless luchador. I could see him easily fitting in, competing with guys like Dominic Mysterio, especially now that Penta and Phoenix are there. I could see him, LWO, Chad Gable, all within that crew. I think it would be fantastic. And my heel, I chose Jason Boa. I could see him fitting in with like the LA Knight, Finn Balor type crowd, AJ Styles, that kind. I mean, we've already seen him twice on SmackDown. He looks great on camera. So I think he would fit in perfectly in that setting.
Corey, you want to go next?
Sure. I kind of went the same way as Jason with the way they were seeing that luchador come in. My pick for face would have been the Maritime luchador Fantana. I think he's one of those guys that I don't know how he didn't get a break somewhere at some point. He's very talented. Obviously not the biggest guy, but you don't need to be when you wrestle his style. So that's my pick. My heel, for me, I'm bringing in Hollywood Cole. I think if there's anybody in the Maritimes right now that's a heel that deserves that shot, that's put in the work. He's still young in his career, but left to train, came back, has been working his ass off. He's the only guy in the Maritimes right now that's doing this full time. And I've never left a show not entertained when Cole's on the card. It's just, I can't say anybody can wrestle because I've seen some god awful wrestlers, and Cole's a good wrestler, but not anybody can do that. The performance side of it, he's so easy to hate. I would say the only person that's easier to hate than Cole right now in the Maritimes is Logan Green. But man, Cole is so good at what he does, and super nice guy. So those are my two.
So Mark, Giant Orion, and who?
Why are you saying that? It's none of your business.
You probably picked
Oh,
Giant
you're
Orion.
about to give us
It
the
is now,
answers.
it's your
It is our
turn.
business.
No, look. So, but for real though, like I'll start off with the face. Like I really wanted someone that fills kind of like the complete package. Somebody that can wrestle really well, but can also pull off a great promo. Which are things that are very, very important when you look at a wrestler in the mainstream role, right? Because you're going to be on TV, you're going to be filling in that role fairly often. So, and also based on the fact that he can really do the underdog role very well, and we saw that happen with like Cody Rhodes, for example. So I went with Dylan Davis. So I know it's not the Maritimes, but it is the Atlantic provinces. But he was here, right?
He counts.
He's a Maritime wrestler.
He's
No.
Yeah. And for the heel, I went with 7'4", 475 pounds, maybe even taller than 7'4" now.
He's
Brian
Giant
Orion.
Yeah,
So
Giant
I
Orion.
did. I mean, let's face it. He's such a good technical wrestler for his size, and he's so
100%.
very
He is very
versatile in the
talented, man.
ring,
It's unreal.
right? So
Yeah.
like it's crazy. And I mean, when it comes to taking on other styles of wrestling, he's not very limited, right? That's kind of the fun thing about him. So I feel like he does really pull off that aspect very well. But he can also be that type of monster heel, right? So, yeah.
All right, there,
I'll be
Elf.
sitting next to Mark when Giant Orion comes on. I will tell you that he marks out. That's where he gets the name Mark the Mark. Giant Orion comes on. He's like, yeah. Then he shuts up because he knows he's a bad guy. But he's like,
Oh,
he just gets.
I'm looking.
He's
It's because I'm
shaking
looking at
with
Luke.
excitement.
I'm looking at
Oh.
Luke that always pulls out a sign, and I'm waiting for him to rip it up every time because I know it's
That's
going to
possible.
happen.
That's possible. Who do we have left now, Jason?
The little elf.
Okay,
The little elf. Okay.
Corey with an E.
So
Thin blood Vautour.
in Blood Voter, I get a nickname every other week.
Sugar knee thin blood.
Sugar knee, thin blood,
Thin blood.
crotchety elf. You know.
All right, thin blood.
All right.
What you got?
So, to me, I looked at two different aspects. So, for heel, I went with Big Bad LG Logan Green
Okay.
because WWE, it's not always about wrestling ability. It's what else can you do? He has the wrestling ability, but he also has the mouth to back it up. So, I think LG on TV would be nothing but entertaining.
Oh,
I
for
think
sure.
they'd get LG and they'd fire the Miz immediately because he'd do what Miz can do and more because the
Yeah.
Miz really sucks
For less
in
money.
my opinion. So I think Big Bad LG would be a natural on WWE TV. As the babyface, I kind of looked at
Face paint.
what Brian Danielson used to do and be the underdog, like you guys said.
Yeah.
To me, my babyface would be Rudy Lockhart
Oh, okay.
because I think, you could have a multi-year storyline of him getting beat down, and then he's working his way up, like the Rey Mysterio thing, where, eventually it led to a world title run. So I think those would be two that if I have the book, I think you can make a lot of storylines with these two. So
Yeah, for sure.
Big Bad LG Logan Green and the kid, Rudy Lockhart.
Would you make the kid wear face paint?
I would not.
I know Corey loves him some face paint. Don't you
Oh,
lie
yeah.
to me.
I do.
So that's
I
a
do.
yes. Would it be like either green, orange, and purple, or would it be what color would it be, Corey?
He could.
What
you know
color
though?
mascara do you use, Corey? Is what he's asking you.
My mascara is orange.
Nice.
Mm.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Cool.
orange mascara.
You know who I kind of missed in the Maritimes? Ref Abby.
Yeah.
I saw her on Instagram. She posted something the other day, and like a really, really good ref is one of the most underrated things in the world.
Absolutely.
And we're talking about Sharky. Sharky's really becoming a hell of a ref. There's a lot of good refs in the Maritimes, but two of the best refs that we have, we lost them both within a 6-month period with Ricky and Adam.
That's right.
And that hurts. That hurts the local scenes. So some other guys got to step up and take those shoes because
I think the top two right now would be Sharky and Emily Parker.
I would not argue with you there.
Yeah, I think so.
Those are some good refs. But we're very lucky in the Maritimes to have some. If you watch, like I've watched a lot of indie wrestling lately because I've kind of been in the mood. You watch some kind of like, I'm not going to be mean here, but you watch some shitty indie wrestling and you see some really shitty indie refs and you go, my God, we're lucky in the Maritimes. We have some good wrestling here, man. It's unreal.
Oh, absolutely.
They're presentable on TV. Let's face it like
100%. 100%. And Mark watches everything through a box, so he pretends he's watching TV. He just sits there with a box in front of his face. He's like, "Where
did that come from?
He's on TV. I'm thinking
All right. With that being said, we're going to throw it to our 3 interviews. First up will be Rugged Rick Owens, followed by Horsepower Hunter Sampson. And then we'll finish off with IHW General Manager Remy Petit. Thank you all for listening to the Unofficial Maritime Wrestling Podcast. Don't forget tonight at 9, Stitch Face, the big picture Chris Cook. He will be on. What an interview.
Carter.
You can't miss this one. Yeah, Christian Carter's original. We talk about that during the podcast, during the interview. So with that being said, thank you all for listening, for the support. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And we will see you next week.
Take care.
Peace.
Good evening.
All right, Corey from the podcast here. I'm here with 2-time NBWA Heavyweight Champion of the World, Rugged Rick Owens here at IHW Over the Top Rumble. How's it going?
I'm just going great. I didn't win the Rumble tonight. I really thought I would with that dirty Hollywood Cole. You got me from behind like he always does, so here I am.
That's what happens in a Rumble. What do you think of this crowd here in Miramichi? Awesome crowd.
I've been wrestling the Miramichi now. Like probably my first match in Miramichi was back in 2012. It's a pretty good night, good crowd. They're nice and loud. It really gets you going in the ring when you got a good crowd behind you.
Now, you got another big show for CCW coming up soon. What's the date for that?
CCW show, April 26th in Fredericton at the Boyce Farmers Market.
Any matches announced for that yet?
Oh, I'm fighting Chris Charters.
Chris Charters.
Oh, yeah, it's been a long time coming.
So I'm not going to keep you too long. You got fans here. Thank you for this interview, and good luck tonight.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Corey with the podcast here. I'm here with Horsepower Hunter Sampson here in Miramichi Over the Top Rumble for IHW. How's it going?
Yes, sir. Good. How are you today?
I'm doing very good. Came up short in the Battle Royal, but I'm sure you're not done tonight.
Came up short, man, but there's still a long show to go. I'll be out here again. People are loud. It's awesome. It's packed in here. It's crazy.
So also going to be wrestling in CCW this month?
Of course, yeah. April 26th, yep. Capital Winter Club. I'll be there for CCW. Got the Minto show the night before coming up, so got a few things. IHW on May 2nd in Riverview, so got a few things coming up. Yeah.
So you've been teaming up recently with a man just over there, Shane Butterlove. How's this tag team come about?
Very popular, man, tonight. Well, actually, Butterlove and I go way back to our childhood. We grew up right down the road from each other. Used to watch wrestling as kids together. I got into wrestling a couple of years ago. Butter's been coming to shows and supporting me for a while, and then last year he decided to start training on his own, and one thing comes to another, and here we are. We're teaming together now, so it's been great.
So we're going to see future NBWA Tag Team Champions here.
I would say so. We got one crack at it already. We're just starting. He's 4 or 5 matches in. He's doing awesome. So, yeah, of course. We're coming for it.
So I think the fans have faith in you. I'm not going to keep you too long. The fans are gathering here. So thank you very much, and good luck tonight.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Good luck with everything you guys are doing.
Thank you.
It's awesome.
Corey from the podcast here. I'm here with Remy Petit, IHW General Manager. Hell of a crowd here in Miramichi. What do you think?
LG is so loud.
He is.
He has a loud mouth. I don't know if you can hear it. I can barely hear myself. These fans are awesome. Thank you, Miramichi. I love you.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember to catch us here every Wednesday for a new episode. Please visit us on Facebook, Instagram, and more. Links are in the description. See you next time.
Don't miss out and don't be late. Hear wrestling talk